The days of running store to store looking for at-home COVID tests are over shortly. The White House launched covidtests.gov, plural, today. On the site, you can order free tests delivered right to your home. The official launch is tomorrow. The site limits each household to 4 tests, but if you need more, private health insurance has to reimburse you for up to 8 per month. For a more in-depth look at at-home COVID testing, new rules surrounding private insurance, what's required, what's not, joined by Seth Denson tonight, a consultant, veteran of the healthcare industry, and author of the book, The Cure, a blueprint for solving America's healthcare crisis. Seth, just to get us prepared here, because you got to prepare. If we go buy a rapid test at, let's say, Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, we're being told you have to keep your receipt. How complicated is this going to be to get reimbursed?
Yeah, Chance, I'm hearkening back to, 20 years ago when health reimbursement accounts were around and you had to submit, those are FSA reimbursements, right? We've all moved into this digital era. The issue that many insurers have, though, right now is that this order came down effectively 4 days before it went into effect. So it's a little bit like, I don't want to say moving the Titanic because that's really a bad connotation, but we're actually moving a battleship maybe, right? And so we've asked these insurers to be able to take in these orders, to file them through their pharmacies, and quite frankly, there's just not the coding systems ready to do that.
The new government-sponsored website, it did like Taylor Swift suddenly dropped without anybody knowing it was coming. It's here. The free at-home tests you can now order online. I went online as soon as I saw it. I ordered it. It worked. This was not like a healthcare.gov. Did the government go on WordPress and create this last night? It seemed to work really well.
No, it's a good-looking website. It was really sharp. It worked. I went there, too. I didn't hit the send button, but I did just kind of see if it works. It did. So for those at home, it's covidtests.gov. That's tests, plural. Don't go covidtest.gov. It's tests. And you can get 4 free tests there. And I will tell you, your chances of getting those tests are probably much higher than most other options because the government has secured 500 million tests, roughly, and they've got an order in for another 500 million.
Seth, looking big picture here, is the Biden team getting in front of the action? They have been criticized very seriously, even from their own party, saying, what are you guys doing every time you're behind? Do they need to be thinking about anything in particular or doing anything in particular right now as they try to get ahead of this?
Yeah, I think, well, listen, boy, there's the million-dollar question, right? And I've certainly been critical of this administration. I was critical of the last administration for missteps as well. I mean, equal opportunity criticism. But nonetheless, I think that the Biden administration has been playing a little bit behind the 8 ball. But here's the challenge. We don't know what this next variant is going to hold. We don't know what it's going to do. And so, yes, testing is important, but will this next variant be able to show up on tests? And as we're all finding out, while I'm vaccinated, I encourage people to talk to their doctors about that. At the same time, we've all learned that, hey, being vaccinated doesn't mean you won't get this variant. It may mean that it's less impactful to you. So I think the Biden administration is doing all they can. They're playing from behind. So I don't know if they're out in front of anything here, but that's not an excuse not to do something. So I'm pleased to see the government doing this. I'm glad to see they're trying to get tests out into people's hands. We've been saying since the beginning of this pandemic, testing is going to be key to being able to get it under control.
Seth Denson. I appreciate it. Actually, I didn't know that you were going to say that you feel like they're doing everything they can, but it's good to feel like the government is in motion and actually kind of ahead of the game today. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, buddy.